Hello Reformers, and welcome to a special feature of A World of Ice and Fire 1.0. Now, a special feature in its definition for me and on my channel is to showcase features of a particular mod or, you know, in some cases a game, perhaps. But in this case, obviously, it is a Warband mod, and we're going to be exploring some of those features. So the features include character creation, early game player experience, you know, questing, camp menu options, all that sort of thing. And then eventually, if there's enough support on part 1, then obviously I will try the more advanced mechanics. So if you're looking for, siege gameplay and things like that, then I'd highly recommend, supporting this video, and then I'll make another one for the siege mechanics and the, vassal fights and seeing some of the more advanced units and items and things like that. So now that that is out of the way and my special feature definition is explained, because, I've gotten questions about that previously, now we can start a new game. And I've heard a lot of really, really good things about this mod, and I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons. Just so you know, I'm going to be making a lot of comparisons with A Clash of Kings, because this mod, World of Ice and Fire, and A Clash of Kings are the two biggest Game of Thrones mods, as far as I am aware. And, obviously, that is just going to draw comparisons, They have to be compared because they are based in the same world, and it really just depends on which one you want. And so far, of what I've played of A World of Ice and Fire, I have played this a little bit beforehand, just to make sure everything is working correctly. The story in A World of Ice and Fire is much stronger than that in A Clash of Kings, because A Clash of Kings uses much more of a normal progression in Warband. It uses the, okay, you're going to be attacked by this guy, you kill him, and then you start off in the world and you're completely free, free to sort of roam around and do whatever you so desire. In A World of Ice and Fire, there are structured, scripted quests, and I like that because there is a mod in existence that is probably my favorite mod of all time. I don't know whether you know, but I'm not going to say it, but you never know. Some of you may already know it, and that is very, very scripted in itself. Anyway, there is a prelude here, so you can actually go and take a look at the prelude. So as you can see, if you wish to survive in this world, I recommend that you listen carefully, and so on and so forth. It will then slowly scroll through a little bit of script, and you can, check out some of the background story and things like that. Now, I haven't watched the TV show for many years now, so I have no idea what's actually going on or anything. I also have not read any of the books, so yeah, do forgive me if I get some of the pronunciations or characters wrong, or I don't know who someone is, because I most likely will have forgotten, perhaps. Anyway, we are going to be naming the characters according to the TV show, because as I say, I have no idea about the books, and at least I've seen some of the TV show, so we're going to go with that. And now this is when it gets really cool, and this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the customization featured in this mod. It is, I believe, based on Britanwarder's set of options. So if you're not a big fan of Britanwarder, then maybe stay away. I'm not a big fan of Britanwarder, I've got to say. I feel like most of the quote-unquote realism options are more hindrances than anything, but maybe that's just me. I don't know. But anyway, as you can see here, Static Wars. Westerosi factions will be locked in diplomacy according to the Wars of the Five Kings. And normal, the same as above, but all factions except the Night's Watch are free to declare war and peace as they choose, much like normal Warband. Well, considering Static Wars does seem to be quite in keeping with Game of Thrones lore and World of Ice and Fire and all that sort of thing, I'm actually going to pick that, and we're going to see how that goes. Anyway, what we're going to do here is I'm actually going to random this. I love this particular character creator because you can basically get something crazy, you can get something completely crazy, because all of these options right here, look at this, look at all of these options right here. You can basically start as anything you like. You can be from the Free Folk, you can be from the Dothraki, from the Targaryens, from anywhere, and it's really, really cool because it changes your story and everything. So if you want to roleplay, this is probably the mod for you, because there is very, very in-depth character creation here. Anyway, we're going to random a little bit. And I'm going to random, okay, I've randomed a good amount of times. I'm going to random 5 more times, and then we're just going to stop on the one that is after that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There you go. That is what we're going to be playing as, and that's pretty good. Now, the trait is actually a new thing as far as I'm aware. Don't think I've seen any sort of, you know, mods that do that, but the trait, what that does is it allows you to, wait a minute, where is that? Okay, that's a little bit weird. I'm not entirely sure why it's not here, but there was a description beforehand when I actually, you know, created another character. And basically a warrior will be given a special ability when in combat, as far as I'm aware, because there are 2 traits. One is natural leader, as you can see there. Yeah. Oh, there we go. Never mind. I didn't see that. You are strong and fierce when being able to let rip huge roars in battle, scaring anyone who dares to approach you. So that's the warrior trait. And then the leader trait is you have the ability to rally your troops in even the most hopeless of battles. So if you want to do that, then you can do that. But I'm just going to do this because obviously we just randomed, and we're going to go with that. And we have a right to carry a banner, so I suppose this gives us a good opportunity to take a look at some of the banners here. I'm actually liking them quite a bit. They seem to, there seems to be quite a few. Is there? Is there quite? It seems to, there's only two pages. There's only 2 pages. I'm going to take the bear, because we are going to be playing as Elias, Lord Stumble, Mormont, yes, because if you have not already seen, I have a huge amount of videos focusing on A Clash of Kings and that mod, and Elias Mormont, aka Lord Stumble, is the, you know, title character in that. So yeah, he's actually, you know, in my opinion, pretty cool, and you know, pretty hilarious at the same time, because he does tend to stumble a lot. And this mod is no exception, by the way. It does have the stumble mechanic, which is hilarious because you can actually turn it off. I'm not entirely sure if you can turn it off in A Clash of Kings. I don't think you can, actually, so it's pretty amusing. Anyway, I'm going to probably spec into shield here. I'm going to be going for more of a, you know, just a sword and shield kind of build, because I want this special feature to go, you know, reasonably smoothly. I don't really want it to go badly, or at the very least for us to get taken prisoner multiple times. I mean, that would be pretty awful, wouldn't it? So we are going to select... Okay, what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing that we did with the character creation. We're just going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then we're going to stop on that one. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's actually a pretty decent look. All right, let's do it. It's the early hours of the morning when you reach King's Landing, a bustling city on the eastern coast of Westeros in the Crown Lands. You made your way here after hearing news of King Robert Baratheon. The climate is warm, and the atmosphere relaxed. Other than the solemn silence around the capital, everything seems like a normal day. You roam down the Street of Sisters and eye Visenya's hill and the great sept of Baelor in the distance. Standing still for a moment in awe of such beauty, you feel the warm, quiet wind lightly whistling past your ears. It's certainly a far cry from the road you traveled to get here. The soft night and calm atmosphere soon passes when you hear screams and the clash of swords. People shouting, others yelling in pain. You have no idea what's going on, but you decide to take a closer look. Alright, so let's go and do that. No doubt this is the kind of standard bandit fight, but it's not. That's the thing. It is actually not that. Okay, so I'm starting with an axe and some stones. That's absolutely fine. This guy's going to talk to me. There you go. Hello. Those bastards are trying anyone... Are trying anyone? No. Are attacking anyone associated with House Stark. You must help us fight. Oh, I'm going to try. I'm going to try, person. But yeah, unfortunately, it's probably not going to work too well. You know why? Because I have an axe, and these guys are Lannister knights. Kill him. Kill that guy. Oh no, yeah, this is very much Bread and Water. You know why it's Bread and Water? Because the swing speeds are so slow. They are really, really slow. I've got to say, I'm not a big fan of Bread and Water in general. I feel like most of the systems, as I've said previously, are quite more of a hindrance than fun, to be honest. So hopefully you can kind of disable some of those, but obviously as it stands, the attack speed and the attacks are going to be... Oh wow, he destroyed my axe. Did you see that? I blocked with it once and he destroyed the axe, as far as I'm aware. That seemed to break my weapon. Anyway, it seems like we did help at least a little bit, but as you can see, the wrenching screams of women and children being put to slaughter, yeah, that's absolutely fantastic, isn't it? No, not really. You eventually awake to the sounds of voices and wonder where you are. I don't think you're actually able to do that. I think maybe you're able to do it if you design a character that is capable of doing the initial, fight, but as it stands, we're not particularly good at fighting right now. Anyway, let's speak to Lord Edgar. You're alive. You're one of the lucky ones. Not many others alive, I can tell you that much. A bloodbath. It seems our Lord Ned Stark has been taken prisoner. You must go warn Lord Robb Stark. These two prisoners or soldiers are loyal to Ned and will accompany you to Winterfell. I'm not entirely sure why I made a mistake there and, said that they were prisoners when they're standing right next to me. I'm Lord Edgar. How dare I get that incorrectly wrong? Yes, great. Yeah, very good, aren't I? Yes. Okay, I shall see it done. Right. You must make haste and make your way to Winterfell. So I have these two guys joining me, and I have 230 silver stack. Ah! You fall to your knees and beg for mercy. Oh my. Okay, so we already have a fight on our hands, which is hilarious because I'm at 10% HP. We are not part of your fight. We've been ordered to take you back to King's Landing. Okay, well, fine. I'm going to charge you. Yes. Anyway, use the keyboard numbers to select a division. Press 0 to select your entire force. Use that to order selected divisions. Keep the... Yeah. One may target an enemy division through this mechanism. Ah, very nice. Okay, so press the enter key. Often initiates... What do you mean often initiates an overhead strategy camera? Does it just happen, often? No, obviously when I press it, that's when it happens. And battle command display with radar, obviously that is this. And if I press enter, yeah, okay, yeah, thank you very much. There you go. Oh, okay, no, I don't want to go that way. Okay, I don't know what's happening right now. Let's just go back. Whoa, okay, that was trippy. That was real trippy right there. All right, so at least we have two of these guys. When one division is selected, the center of its front flank is placed at the spot indicated. When many divisions are selected, they are separated and spread out as if the player were standing at the spot indicated. One may memorize the placement of selected divisions relative to the player by pressing F2, F7. Default is infantry to the left, cavalry right, and ranged forward. That's nice. I like that. That is a little bit more in depth than how other mods do it. And I've just noticed... Well, I actually knew there was a thing, but I've just noticed now and been reminded that there is a stamina system. Yes. Now, for those of you that are absolutely, turning your stomachs upside down, because literally, stamina, in my opinion, is probably one of the worst systems in Warband mods, personally. I personally don't like it at all. I mean, the stumbling I actually don't even mind about. The stumbling is absolutely hilarious at times. Obviously, when it causes you to die, not so much. But the stumbling in general is quite a comedic device. Whereas the stamina, I personally feel like me, or one of these guys, or in general, I feel like it's just a hindrance to player characters and nothing else. It doesn't seem to affect the AI at all, but I'm sure it does. I'm sure it does affect them, but in general they don't feel it. They don't feel it. They don't feel annoyance or frustration or anything like that. So it's kind of not even. What? Can I not move? That was a little bit weird. Okay, so apparently there was a bit of a strange thing. Oh no, this is not good. I have a bad feeling about this. Oh no. Okay, kill him! Oh no! Oh, that is not good. Oh, that is not good at all, actually. Oh, I killed him! Oh, I'm amazed. I am amazed. Oh, you're running. Stones! Take that! Take my stones! Yes. As long as they're not kidney stones, I think he'll take them. There we go. Let's roll. Let's roll. Come on. Yeah, let's do this. Okay, yeah. Are you serious? What? What was he doing? What was he doing? He could have easily run away from me. I'm very inept. Oh, well, never mind. There you go. We actually did survive, hilariously enough. Drown the dead. Okay. Cure any wounds and gather any loot. Okay, let's do that, I guess. We already have... Oh my... Do you see the armor I'm wearing? The armor I'm wearing is literally +1/+1. That is terrible. Okay, so we've gained some better stuff, at least. Am I wearing better gloves? Yes, I am. I'm hilariously wearing better gloves, but I'm wearing a ragged leather apron that gives me absolutely no protection whatsoever. Not surprised, I suppose. Anyway, there you go. There's our wages. And I'm actually going to be leaving now. Thank you very much. Oh, my. Well, that was pretty intense, wasn't it? Pretty intense for a first fight. Well, I quite like it, I guess. That is, I think, probably scripted. I don't think that is a random encounter or anything like that. There are obviously a number of bandits in the area, as you can see here. Oh no, we don't want to run after those. I literally thought there was only 4 of them. Yeah, thought there was only 4 of them. You find a group of men lying dead on the road ahead of you. Searching the bodies, you find 200 silver stags. That's very nice. Oh, I like that. I like that quite a bit. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go into salt pans right here. And if I can, I wouldn't mind actually buying some salt from there because we can trade that for a pretty decent amount. And I don't think I have any trade skill, do I? Do I have any trade skill? Oh my, yes. This is very in-depth. Yeah, I do have some trade skill. I have 2 trade skills, so we might actually come away with quite a decent profit if we're able to actually even buy the salt to begin with. Now, they have brought back the cinematic camera sort of scenes here that you get when you are looking at a town or a castle. I personally don't mind these, but the only problem with them is that they impact performance quite a bit, so when you go into them, it takes about 5 seconds. For my PC at least, I don't know, it'd probably take longer or shorter depending on what kind of PC you have, but point is, it takes about 5 seconds for me to load in, which I'm not particularly a big fan of, but anyway. Where do I need to go? Yeah, I need to go and get some salt. There we go. Oh my... Oh, they have a lot of salts, don't they? Oh, this is fantastic. Okay, so let us sell my tools, and we're going to be buying a bunch of salt. Thank you. Oh, yes. I think... Oh, wait a minute. That's not good. No. Can't buy that much. Let's buy... What is it? 5 bags? Yeah, let's buy 5 bags of salt. And let's just assess the local prices real quick. I probably should have done that beforehand, but I'm pretty sure that we're going to be okay with trading here. White Harbor, bring a profit of 113. That's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. So we're going to be absolutely fine. As long as we can get to White Harbor without absolutely being murdered, I think we'll be okay. So where is White Harbor? There it is. It's up there. Okay, so we've got to go all the way around. Need to be very, very careful because let me tell you, these bandits in the game are very merciless. They will chase you basically all over the place. So, yeah, need to be very careful about that. Okay, come on now. Okay, let's be... Oh, you see... Oh, no. Okay, so we're getting a real-time event here as well. You see a raven fall in the distance. It looks like it may have been injured. Should you go and investigate? Ah, alright, so we have a yes or no question here. It could be important. I will go find the raven. It looks as if it has been hit by an arrow. I had best keep away. I'm gonna go and find it. You find the raven and notice tied to it is a small piece of parchment with the seal of the hand of the king. The letter reads, "This letter is for the urgent attention of Lord Stannis Baratheon. It is of great shame that I write you this letter. I, Lord Eddard Stark, Hand of the King and Protector of the Realm, have news of your brother's passing this morning. Due to the bastards of King Robert Baratheon, you, Lord Stannis Baratheon, are the rightful heir to the throne, and the one true king of the 7 kingdoms. As soon as you arrive in King's Landing, I will surrender my position and pass all titles to you. You decide to... Well, what are we going to do? I mean, considering we are technically being hunted by the Westerlands right now, I suppose we should take the letter to King Stannis, shouldn't we? So there you go. New player reputation is 1. Oh, fantastic. Thank you. Okay, so bastards and broken things. So Stannis Baratheon, well, where is he? He's the ruler of Dragonstone, so... He's all the way over there. Yeah. It's highly unlikely I'm going to be getting over there anytime soon, unless we can kind of make peace with the Westerland. What? Poachers? Are you... They're faster than me, too. I am... Oh, wait. Oh, they're after us because of the raven. Ah. Oh, you, it was us that got that bird. Now give it back or else. Okay, so apparently he wants it back. Yeah, we're not going to give that. I guess the Lannisters have put a pretty penny on each raven shot out the sky. That's right. I'm sure we'll get a pretty penny for your head on a spike too. Ah, well, that's debatable, because I'm by myself. I'm by myself in this particular fight, because obviously those guys that were with us, they decided to not get up again, so they're just going to stay at camp, and I'm going to have to do this all by myself. So that's going to be quite amusing, especially if my weapon breaks. I would very much appreciate it if it didn't, but you never know. Let's see what we can do. Maybe I can use my stones. Do they have shields? They do not. They do not have shields. I'm very happy about that. So let's see whether we're going to be able to... I have a bad feeling about this, to be honest. Alright, so let's do it. Stones! Are you seriously that bad? Okay, there we go, there we go. Nice damage. Give me more damage. Yeah, there we go. That's what you get. That is what you get. Yeah, take that. Get a headshot. Ah, I was hoping to get a headshot right there. No such... One hit! Ow. Your enemies take you prisoner, and I've lost some salt. Well, I don't really mind about that too much. Okay. Is he... Are they... They're not gonna move? They're not gonna move... Oh. Right. Okay. I'm gonna get him. I'm gonna get him. I am literally going to kill them. I am literally going to kill them. I don't mind how much HP I have either. I don't mind, because I have stones, and there's only one of them. Because they cannot get away with taking Lord Elias Mormont prisoner. You know, I think that's absolutely awful, isn't it? That's absolutely terrible that they did that, but we have to get revenge. We have to get revenge. Isn't that what Game of Thrones is all about? It's about revenge, it's about betrayal, it's about all kinds of double-crossing and intrigue and everything. Anyway, we're going to try our very best here. Where's my stamina gone? Oh, there you go. There's my stamina bar. Well, technically it's not a bar, it's more of a status update. But still. Alright, so let's see what I can do here. Yeah, that's absolutely hilarious. Okay, so, come on. No. Yes. No. No. Yeah, that's what you get. That is what you get, Sunshine, you terrible, terrible person. Ah, there we go. Yes. Fantastic. Fantastic. Okay, so we can now take our people back, and I can actually capture one of them. Thank you very much. And I don't even know. Is it even worth it? I guess, because they did loot our salt, so I'm going to take my salt back. Ah, fantastic. And we have advanced to level 2. Which is even better. So there you go. So our trait, press the B key in battle. So that's nice. That is nice. There is a wound system in the game as well, by the way. So if you're not a big fan of wounds and that sort of system, then things are going to get pretty bad. Anyway, let's see. Is there anything else I can get here? Shall I get some entertainment? Let's get some entertainment. Let's get some leadership. And I'm going to improve my throwing skill a little bit, because I think stones could actually be quite effective. Not against people that have shields, but anyone else. I think they might actually do okay, unless they're like super heavily armored. So yeah, anyway, let's go and try and make our way over to White Harbor to sell our salt, finally. I mean, if we take the roads, surely nothing can happen, because there are so many caravans going up and down here that... Oh. I'm ready to pay. Yeah, take your 178. Thank you very much. There's way too many of you. Yeah, 12 of them. And just as I was saying, literally, just as I was saying, oh, it's going to be super safe because there's caravans and all kinds of things here, everyone. Yeah, no, there isn't. It's absolutely awful. Okay, well, doesn't matter, because we are very close. We're almost there. Almost. Yes. Fantastic. Okay, so now that's the thing. I personally feel like money is going to be a big factor in World of Ice and Fire, just as it is with most mods, but in general I think this is probably going to be much more prevalent. So there you go, we're gaining 1,284. I think paying those bandits off and getting them, you know, away from us is a really easy price to pay, to be honest. So there you go, that's nice. And I'm actually unsure. Should I go into the inn and see if there are any companions that I can recruit? Hibald, hello. What troubles you? I am a traveling merchant and make my bread on the road. My cart has been recently waylaid by a band of deserters. The constable in these parts is too preoccupied with the war to lift a finger in my defense. Alright, well, yeah, join me. For free, please. Are you... He was literally trying to extort me. I mean, yeah, generally he was going to obviously join us, but seriously, 1,670? Why doesn't he just join up for a pretty reasonable sum, like 300 or whatever, and then, you know, he can earn the money from the loot? No, of course not. I kind of thought that would happen because obviously, you know, companions and things are quite expensive in Game of Thrones mods, it seems. Anyway, we're going to go to Winterfell. And we're actually going to deliver this message. Okay, we're going to eat it. Oh. The mushrooms are tasteless. You have diarrhea and fall ill. Your health decreases. Isn't that a bit weird? Why? If they're tasteless, why would it give me any problem? I don't even know. Don't even know. Doesn't really matter though. I'm at 3%. I am literally at 3% HP. That is awful. That's absolutely awful. Okay, so Winterfell is very close. Oh. No. Yeah, you get scared off by that caravan. Thank you very much. Yeah, using the caravan to our advantage. Thank you. Oh, yes. Alright, so let's go into Winterfell and deliver word that something terrible has happened. And we're going to go into the Lord's Hall. It's amusing that they're just allowing some random blacksmith person to go in here, but I suppose, you know, they might have important information, like I do, for example. Alright, so yes, I do carry a nobleman's banner, but I'm not very good at it. So yes, anyway, let's see. I have urgent news that needs your attention. I have travelled from King's Landing with 2 of your loyal soldiers, which are still alive. Mind you, I'm here to tell you that your Lord Father Eddard Stark has been taken into Lannister custody. Custody? Yeah, for reasons of high treason. I thank you for your loyalty in these desperate times, Elias Mormont. Though the news has already reached us, I hope you'll join us when we march south on King's Landing. We'll see if Lord Tywin really does shit gold. He probably does, because... I mean, their troops are quite well paid, are they not? I don't know. Anyway, point is, I found it quite amusing that he was just like, yes, I hope you'll march with us. I'm some random person. Oh well, never mind. Oh, a small problem, huh? Okay, so some wildling scum have managed to pass the wall, and my scouts report they've attacked a small farmstead just north of here. I need them dealt with quickly before they're able to wreak more havoc among my peasants. My bannermen need to prepare for our march south, so I'm counting on you to act on my behalf. I suggest you grab some sleep. It may also be wise for you to ride with a bodyguard or 2. Westeros is a dangerous place. Oh, thank you. Yes, I already kind of knew that, considering these guys are just attacking me from everywhere. It's absolutely awful. Okay, never mind. Okay, so... yeah, we have now finally made it to Winterfell, and we also have sort of the beginning quest sort of thing. And we're going to be doing that, but in the next episode. But before I end the episode, for those of you that actually want to take a look at some of the things that you can do in the mod, stick around for another minute or so, and I'll just go through these really quick. But if you don't, then check back for the next video. So anyway, for those of you that do want to stay, you can view your prosperity report here, and they will give you absolutely every single thing you need to be as min-maxy or as casual as you like. So there's that. Also, we have spies. I don't even know how these work yet, but that's pretty awesome in my opinion. Troop quarters. A small camp is established for troops who want to leave in this place for the moment. Select the troops you wish to leave in this camp and press the give button to transfer. So you can actually I can just give a North peasant over there just to try it out real quick. And there's the troop quarters. Isn't that amazing? That's real amazing, because now they're gone. You see? You can just make some troop quarters instantly. It's really nice. And then obviously you can see the, you know, lords that you like and lords that like you and so on. And then we have Courtship Relations. I actually really like the various menus here. Obviously I can't see companions or anything. Faction Relations. This is much easier to see than most other menus. So the developer team has done a really, really good job on that. Because most menus will tell you, you know, to scroll along or, you know, whatever the case may be. So that's pretty good. And player and companion reports, obviously this is us. We're a very handsome man. Not really. And that's it. That's it in the reports. And if we go to the camp, obviously you get weight here, you get options. Now there are many, many different difficulty types. As you can see, the difficulty that I have right now is on full realism. So that's probably the reason why many of the enemies are quite hard. Because the campaign AI is on hardcore and the combat AI is on hardcore as well. But if you really, really want to make it impossible, then you can just go with impossible. You know, the name says exactly what it says. I don't know why the battle size is like that. The battle size is, yeah, you can go up to 750, by the way, if you want to. The least is 150. I'm actually going to disable the scenic menu. I'm not particularly a big fan of that. Gore, I'm actually happy to put on as well. And there you go. There's a huge amount of different options there. You can, of course, you know, change the damage and all that sort of thing. The campaign type, I'm actually unsure what that is. And this is obviously some of the more, you know, other options that you can go for. You can even have a second outfit if you so desire. And obviously the troop trees, they're obviously going to be pretty standard, but they're going to be very different dependent on which faction you want, reading books and all that sort of thing. So the Veil is actually very powerful by the looks of things, because as you can see here, this is a Veil Knight of the Gate. They are insane. I mean, just look at their stuff right now. I mean, you could just look in their inventory and you could just actually just take a look here. Click on pieces of gear and show item details. There you go. So you can actually see that. And I think they're pretty good. In a Clash of Kings, which I did say I was going to make some comparisons of, in Clash of Kings, the Veil are very good archers. But it doesn't seem like they're very good here. They seem okay. You know, they have a pretty decent amount of power draw. But in general, they are much better heavy cavalry. It seems like they have much better heavy cavalry. So that's pretty interesting. And as you can see, you know, in comparison, the Westerlands does have some heavy cavalry as well. They have two-handed infantry users, and they have crossbows for their ranged. So things are quite asymmetrical, which I quite like. And then obviously you have the Iron Islands there with their, you know, shield axemen people. And if you want to take a look at the Free Folk, then you obviously have the wildlings and things. The Reach in A Clash of Kings are now using longbows, I believe. So this is relatively similar, but obviously they have heavy infantry, heavy cavalry as well. I'm pretty sure they do in A Clash of Kings as well, but I'm just making observations from what I can see right here. Anyway, you can also obviously send scouts, send foragers, and they return with extra food and so on and so forth, and fortify camps and everything like that. Then, of course, you have spies, shepherds, unsullied religious units, musicians, and standard bearers. You can have all kinds of different things in your camp. I'm going to visit the camp just so that you can see it. And it doesn't really have much right now. Take that, fire. Take that. Yes, I'm being silly now. Anyway, that will be it for this episode. Join me next time in A World of Ice and Fire for the advanced mechanics, seeing some of the, you know, more powerful units, and maybe even participating in a siege. I thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.